You walk into the gym, ready to build bigger arms. You see one guy doing endless barbell curls, another doing some weird cable thing, and your social media feed is a mess of must-do exercises for a massive bicep peak. You've been trying a bit of everything, doing set after set, but your sleeves feel just as loose as they did last month. You're confused, you're frustrated, and you're wasting your time. Sound familiar? The fitness industry has sold you a lie. It's the lie that says more is always better. More exercises, more sets, more complexity. But what if I told you the science is crystal clear on this? You do not need a dozen different exercises. You don't need to spend an entire hour just training your arms. For a beginner, all you need is 3. In this video, I'm cutting through all the noise. I'm giving you a simple 3 exercise plan that is directly based on our scientific understanding of how muscles actually grow. This isn't guesswork, this is a blueprint. Forget the confusion. This is your path to building bigger, stronger biceps. Before I show you the exercises, you have to understand why they work. Building muscle, the process we call hypertrophy, isn't magic. It's your body's direct response to specific signals you send it. For decades, the thinking was just lift heavy, get a big pump. But now, thanks to research, we have a clearer formula. It really boils down to 3 critical drivers. First up is mechanical tension. This is the force that your muscles have to generate when they contract against a challenging weight. Think of it as a main signal that tells your muscles, hey, that was tough. We need to grow back bigger and stronger to handle that next time. While growth can happen across many rep ranges, getting strong in the moderate 6 to 12 rep range is a fantastic way to create this tension. Second, we have volume. This is your total workload. How many hard sets you do each week? This is where most beginners get it wrong. They either do way too little or they get lost in junk volume that just piles on fatigue with no real benefit. It's been shown that doing at least 10 hard sets per muscle group per week leads to significantly more growth than doing fewer. For most people, aiming for 10 to 20 weekly sets is a highly effective range to be in. As a beginner, starting with 10 to 14 sets per week is a perfect target. Third, and probably the most overlooked factor for beginners, is frequency. How often you train a muscle matters. It's been shown that training a muscle group twice a week is generally better for growth than hitting it just once. This isn't necessarily because of some magic in the number 2, because it allows you to hit your total weekly volume goal more effectively. You can stimulate growth, recover, and then stimulate again, optimizing the whole process. So the formula is simple. Create enough tension, do it for about 10 to 20 sets a week, and then spread that work across 2 sessions. Now, let's pick the right exercises for that formula. To build a complete bicep, we want to challenge the muscle from different angles. This means hitting the 2 heads of the bicep, the short head and the long head, and the underlying brachialis, a muscle that pushes your bicep up and adds serious size to your arm. This 3 exercise plan does exactly that. This isn't a random list. Each exercise is chosen for its unique ability to stimulate the biceps in a way that others can't. Together, they create a complete package for bicep growth. Number 1, the foundation builder, the chin-up. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that a bicep exercise? Yes, but it's also one of the most powerful bicep builders on the planet. It's been shown that the chin-ups generate incredible bicep activation, putting them in the top tier right along classic curls. The reason is simple. It's a heavy compound movement. It lets you overload your biceps with way more weight than you could ever curl, which is key for hitting the powerful type 2 muscle fibers that have the most potential for growth. To do it, grab the bar with an underhand shoulder width grip. Start from a dead hang, arms fully extended. Pull yourself up until your chins clear the bar, thinking about driving your elbows down and back. Squeeze your biceps hard at the top. Most importantly, control the negative, lowering yourself down slowly over about 2 to 3 seconds. That eccentric phase is a massive trigger for muscle growth. If you can't do a full chin-up yet, don't sweat it. Use the assisted chin-up machine or a resistance band. Even just doing negatives, jumping at the top and then lowering yourself as slowly as you can, is a great way to build that foundational strength. Our second exercise shifts the focus from raw strength to targeted growth, with an emphasis on the long head of the bicep, the part that builds that classic peak. To hit it well, you want to stretch it under load. And the incline dumbbell curl is a fantastic way to do that. It's been shown that training muscles at long lengths can be a powerful stimulus for hypertrophy. When you lie back on that incline bench, set it to about 45 or 6 degrees and let your arms hang straight down. Your shoulder is extended behind your body. This puts a deep stretch on the biceps long head before you even start curling. Here's how to do it. Sit back on the bench with a dumbbell on each hand, palms facing each other. Let your arms hang, feeling that stretch. As you curl up, rotate your wrists so your palms face the ceiling at the top. The rotation is called supination, and it's a primary job of the bicep. Squeeze for a second at the top, then lower the weight slowly, and with full control, rotating your hands back to the start. Don't use momentum. The magic here is the stretch and squeeze. Don't ruin it by swinging. Our finer exercise is a classic for a reason. It just flat out works. Its power is in its name. It allows you to completely concentrate on the bicep. When you do it right, your arm is braced against your leg, which makes it nearly impossible to cheat by using your shoulder or back. This forces the bicep to do 100% of the work. It's the perfect way to finish your workout, chase a pump, and build a powerful mind-muscle connection. To do it, sit on the edge of a bench with your feet planted wide. Lean forward and brace the back of your upper arm against your inner thigh. Let the dumbbell hang straight down. From here, curl the weight towards your chest without moving your upper body at all. Your upper arm should stay completely still. Squeeze that bicep as hard as you can at the top, then lower it slowly, all the way down until your arm is straight again. You'll have to use a lighter weight here, but the targeted contraction will be intense. Alright, let's put it all together into a simple, effective weekly plan. Remember, science suggests that training our biceps twice a week is a great strategy for growth. This schedule hits that optimal frequency and volume without chaining you to the gym. This plan gives you a total of 12 weekly sets, landing you squarely in that effective growth zone as we talked about. So first up, workout A. For example, let's say you're doing that on Monday. First up is chin-ups. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. If you can do more, add weight. If you can't, use assistance. Exercise number 2 is going to be incline dumbbell curls. 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Now, workout B, for example, so you do that on Thursday. First up is going to be chin-ups, 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. And then exercise 2 is going to be concentration curls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Rest for about 2 minutes between sets. You want to be recovered enough to give maximum effort on every single set. The last crucial piece of this puzzle is going to be progressive overload. To keep growing, you have to keep challenging your muscles. Each week, your goal is simple. Beat your last workout. That could mean adding 1 more rep, increasing the weight, even by a tiny amount, or just using better form. Track your workouts, write down your sets and reps, and weight. The goal every time you walk into the gym is to look at that logbook and beat it. That is the engine of progress. If you found this guide helpful and you finally feel like you have a clear, no-nonsense path forward, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. It really helps the video reach more people who are stuck in the same state of confusion, and it tells me that you want more science-backed content like this. So there you have it. The confusion is over. You don't need to do 10 different curl variations you saw on Instagram. You don't need to destroy your arms with the jump volume. All you need to see real, measurable growth in your biceps is consistency and a focus on these 3 scientifically backed exercises. You have the foundation builder with the chin-up, the targeted stretch with the incline curl, and the ultimate isolator with the concentration curl. Combine that with the principles of solid volume, smart frequency, and progressive overload, and you have the most effective and efficient blueprint for a beginner. Stop guessing in the gym. Stop wasting your time and effort. You now have the exact plan you need. Go build those arms. And if you want more simple, science-backed guides to help you build the body you want without any fluff, make sure you subscribe. Drop any questions you have in the comments below. I read every single one. Now get after it. And always remember to make mirrors your canvas, weights your paintbrush, sweat your paint, and may your drawing always be beautifully unfinished. And the best outfit you can have is a world-class physique.